Here we go. Give everybody a second to hop on here. Looks like we have one viewer on here already. You hear me all right? Everything sound okay? Give a couple, just a couple minutes here, and see if we can get a couple more viewers on here till we get going. Give just about a minute or so. I don't want to jump into anything and then people start joining and be lost in the sauce. Alright, well, I'm going to go ahead and get started. It'll be recorded if anybody wants to go back and look at it. So let's go ahead and get started, and we'll go ahead and do the macro overview that we usually do. We'll look at S&P 500. So starting off on S&P 500, we are today was not really the greatest day. Following yesterday, there's quite a bit of hesitation in the markets at this all-time high here, and we kind of had our little gap, and we pushed up a little bit, and then we pulled back down pretty good. We still closed up a little over 0.1%, but that's really nothing. So are we seeing hesitation now going forward? Is it time for some profit taking? I mean, what's going to happen? So as you can see on the hourly, yesterday and today we was kind of just stuck in this zone, and looks like we're coming back down to this area right here, and maybe turning it into support. And if profit taking really gets going, you know, we come back down here and test 3,700, and I think that's a pretty good possibility. And I think what's going to happen there is that it's going to be kind of like a head fake. We're going to get down here, and there's going to be a lot of profit taking, and all the retail people, they're gonna start thinking that, hey, the highs are in, we're about to have a big correction, let's go short, and they're gonna go short right into the support zone, and the market's gonna rally back up higher to new highs. That's just my opinion, and I really think that that's a good possibility of something like that happening. So everybody just keep your eyes on it. See, the 3,700 level lines up really well with this 20 SMA. So it's really not out of the question for that to happen. Just don't get weak hands if you have some time built in to your trades, because I still think that we're on the bullish side of things. But obviously there's a lot of stuff going on with the virus, with politics, with everything. So it's really, really important to just make sure that staying on top of what's going on, because you can sit here and you can do analysis all day long, but if they come out with a story that there's some super duper killer COVID 1001, it's going to take out half the world's population, obviously that's going to be some cause for concern in the markets, and your analysis just went to crap. So just keep things in perspective on what's going on around you, and like I said, I really do think it's a good possibility that we kind of get a little bit of profit taking coming on here before long. Maybe not tomorrow, but probably soon. Once we hit the new year, a couple days into the new year, that it probably be something like that. The NDX, which is a lot of tech, still looking good. We had a better day, almost in NDX. I think this chart looks a little stronger to me than the S&P in my opinion. There was a lot given back on these candles right here, on these two candles. We couldn't hold these highs. So it's something to keep in mind, and you can see it down here on the hourly. We came right down here to this 20. Is it time for the NASDAQ to get that little bit of profit taken back down here to the 50 before we get another push higher? I don't know, but it's definitely a possibility, and it's something that we need to keep our eye on. I wouldn't be opening up long trades on the indices right now. Unless if you're just buying, if you're just straight up buying calls or something like that, I would kind of hold off. I mean, if your other strategies are a little bit different, but if you're buying calls, I probably wouldn't be buying in this area right here. It's just need to be careful. I want to talk about. Let's look at NVDA today, and let's come down here. Let me go back out and take out these ranges. So NVIDIA, we've talked about it a little bit before. NVIDIA has been consolidating a lot for a long time, and we can see right here we kind of broke under this trend line, but look what we did today. We popped right back up there to it, and we had a really great day in NVIDIA. Down on the lower time frames, this thing really did good today. I mean, you could have got a really good day trade in it. I think that NVIDIA, AMD, SMH, I think it's yeah, John, we'll look at that in just a second. I think that it's time maybe we get another rally in the semis. I could be wrong. I have bullish trades on in AMD and NVIDIA right now, but if you come over here to the SMH, the semiconductor ETF, look at that chart. That's a pretty bullish chart in my opinion. We definitely need to keep our eye on this, especially right here, because you can see if you just draw a little trend line, we're bouncing off of this 20 SMA on the daily. We're coming up above this trend line. We just need to make sure that it's not a fake out and us break back below it, okay? But this is looking really bullish. This is definitely something to keep your eyes on. It's a really good possible trade setup if you just keep an eye on that. Amazon broke out of its consolidation triangle pattern, whatever you want to call it here, and it looks like right now we could come back down, and I hope we don't, but maybe see if we can hold this trend line before moving on higher. The last 2 days, that's not a really bullish development, in my opinion. I do have some put credit spreads open on Amazon, so I mean those are bullish to sideways trades, and I'm keeping a pretty close eye on it. If we start to come down here and start breaking through 3,200, then I'll have to adjust and have to figure it out from there. But this is going to be a big mover once we definitely know for sure that we're breaking out of this consolidation pattern. it's going to be a real money maker. And I think that our key to knowing for sure that we're out of this is going to be up here in this resistance area right here. That's a long way away, I know, and you don't necessarily have to wait for that, because if you see some really good bullish development, go for it. Just be cognizant of this area right here, because it could turn into some little bit of resistance. Okay, somebody wanted to check out BNGO. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, I don't like that chart at all. Dang. So, I mean, what? I don't. It's just that's not a very good chart. I don't like that, man. I hope. I think it looks like there could be some more downside to come on bio nano before you get another pop. That's pretty nasty. I mean, it looks like one of your classic John. Yeah, this is a daily chart, and I'm looking at the hourly chart. If you're gonna day trade these penny stocks, then that's a whole different ball game. But looking on it from like a swing trade perspective, it looks like there's going to be a little bit more downside, and there's a really good possibility that it could just be a big dump back down here to the sub $1. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, it could very well be that. I would, I wouldn't be going, I wouldn't be, I wouldn't be bullish right now on it, especially with this candle right here. That's a pretty nasty candle. You have a really big gap here to fill. And look, I mean, you had some pretty big volume on that candle. Look at that volume. And you could look at that. That's a lot of volume. You can look at that in a lot of different ways. Okay, you can, if you think about the psychology of that candle and the psychology of that volume bar, you can be like, okay, so all these people back here, they've been buying and they've been holding for, back in 50 cents. You have all these people right here who bought. They bought these highs. They thought like, oh man, this thing's gonna go to $5. So they was buying up here, and what did it do? Boom, they lost 50% quick, right? And they've been holding. They just been waiting, and then man, they finally get it. They make their money. They liquidate all their shares into here, into this strength, and obviously it's not too strong right now because you couldn't even hold the high. You came all the way back down here. It's just something that I would be careful with because it can go the wrong way really fast. You can definitely make some money on this right here for sure. So a lot of it, I'd like to see how tomorrow's candle really fills out. But I don't know. I just don't like that candle. I don't really like that at all. So it's going to be interesting to keep an eye on that. I would not be, yeah, no problem. If it were me right now and I wanted to trade this, I would not be buying shares after hours or in the morning. I would let things settle out and see how it plays out. If I'm going to swing trade it, day trading it, that's a whole different ball game with this. But swing trading, I would definitely let some candles work out on the daily chart. I would want this to turn into, I'd want that $1.80 level, $2 level. I would want that to turn into good support, and you should see it. If this is going to be a good long trade, into the future, you should start seeing some good consolidation at this level, and you'll hold the level pretty well. There's a good possibility that you come back and close this gap before moving significantly higher, but that's just standard technical analysis. You know, the penny stocks, it could blow all that out of the water. So, um, but that's just me. If I was going to swing trade it, I would definitely be waiting a little bit and let some support go. Okay, so let's look at yeah, day traded today from 2 to 2.9. Oh man, good job. Yeah, that's awesome. That's an awesome trade right there. Yeah, that's really good. Good job. And that's, you know, it's really hard a lot of times to catch those penny stocks, you know, to catch the big move. A lot of people get sucked into them, and they get trapped at the highs. So don't be that guy. Um, Real quick, I want to talk about Tesla. We've been talking about Tesla for a while, and I've been saying that I got a 700 price tag on Tesla. We got really close. We got really close. So be careful if you're still wanting to go long, because we could definitely get a push back down here into the 630s, 620, maybe even 600 level. Because 700 is going to be a pretty psychological price area. I did a quick pumping up this morning, but was thinking to swing it. But thank you so much for your info, man. Yeah, John. Like I said, that was definitely a good day trade, and I'm glad that you took your profit at the high, because there's a lot of people today that didn't do that, and they're stuck bag holding for sure. Is Tesla good for option buy or long hold share? Man, I'm gonna tell you what. I like Tesla. If you have the capital to put towards buying Tesla shares for a long-term portfolio, I would have that. Right now, I would wait. Right now, in the markets right now, we are at all-time highs. Okay, we are extended. We're out there. There's going to be a correction, okay? There will be one, and it'll probably be soon. It'll probably be within the next month, 45 days, something like that, okay? We'll get a decent correction. And if all things are equal in regard to the political atmosphere and COVID, all the worldly stuff, it could be a really great buy the dip moment. Yes, I do think it will go down, so I would definitely wait to buy shares, John. Um, I don't be buying at all time highs right now. You're gonna get your opportunity, I promise. Um, you're definitely gonna get a better opportunity, but this is definitely one that I want in a long term portfolio, and I think that it's going to really help out a lot of people, because it being added to the S&P, being tracked in retirement funds and stuff like that. Um, it'll help people out in the long run. It's just going to create a little bit of you might see a little bit more volatility since it's such a heavy weighting, but I would definitely wait before you go buying shares of Tesla. Um, for sure, I think it'll dip down a little bit in the next month or so, and you'll have a really good buying opportunity. One thing that I want to talk about real quick is, let me bring it over here. I made it out for you. These are some of our trades for December, and if you see the ones that are blacked out here, they're open trades that are still open, and I didn't want to. I didn't want to put that out there, out of respect for the members. But this is our overview for December, and we've put on 45 total trades with a 91% win rate, and it's been a really good month. We still have these open trades right here, and they're all in the profits, and they're all looking good. But this is, I kind of just wanted to show kind of the progress of what we're doing, what our clients are getting. Um, you know, we're pretty active. If you look at the dates over here, we do a lot of swing trades now. There's some zero DTE day trades and stuff like that. We do a lot of premium selling, but as you can see, there are some really good long plays in here. There's one right there. We got 22%. Let me see here. There's a 59% gain on Tesla. So yeah, that's just something that's kind of just to let everybody know it's kind of what we do here. And if you want to, you can go over to the website here, tacticaltradingservices.com, and there's a free webinar that I put on. Goes over a couple key things in trading. If you scroll down a little bit, you enter in your email, first name and last name, and click get free access now. You'll get access to the options trading course. It's a lot of educational content there. It's all for free. Check it out. If you want to bypass all of that and you want to come trade with us now, we do offer alert services, so please feel free to reach out on the page, and we'll get you set up on the link to go to. So is there anything else that anybody wants to see? John, do you have any other questions? Add me on Facebook. I have a YouTube channel. I'm just now starting to get YouTube really populated with some content. So that's something to go ahead and subscribe to and keep on watch, because that's forthcoming for sure. But so yeah, has anybody got anything else before we hop off here for the day? All right. Well, if there's nothing else, then thank you for taking the time to hang out for a couple minutes and talk about the markets here. As always, if you ever have any questions, ever need any help, please reach out. That's what we're here for. I don't want anybody to get too heartbroken over some bad trades or not know what you're doing. So reach out and we can talk about it. Yeah, thank you, John. I hope that we can see you again on these live streams. We do live streams every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, around an hour after market close. So it's something to kind of keep in the back of your mind. We usually go over the broader markets, a couple tickers, review our services, and ask if anybody's got any tickers they want to look at. So yeah. All right. Well, like I said, thank you all for joining me, and happy trading. Yeah. Oh, happy New Year, everybody.